Live.
There we go.
Where's purple? Ooh, where is my purple? Oh, I used magenta. Probably. Well, where's the magenta? Ah, it's right there, right in front of me. Lucky Bandit, woo! Get to Bandit, woohoo! I really needed to get a better job. I really need to get a better job. Give him field. Oi!
You should quit. That's what I would do. Even if you can't, even if it's not responsible, just do it and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll all work out.
Exactly.
This gambling Mars Black is really, really oily.
Mm.
Let's use my burnt umber. Cheers, old banner. Good evening. Here for the goodness. Jason M. Hey, everyone. You read an article today about studies showing heavy drinkers tend to be happier and healthier in their old age. My hangovers feel better now.
Yeah. And all alcoholics read that same article.
Mm-hmm. Written by alcoholics for alcoholics.
Right.
Not a furry. Hey, just got the OG Slime Arbo. Nice.
Jeez. Bragging.
Mm-hmm. OG.
Not a furry. Should I open it or keep it in the box?
Open it. Paint it.
And wing. Why would you keep it in the box?
Ooh, that is very purple. I'll see what happens.
Hack and slash, it looks like Jay is breaking out the oils.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, these models have been painted pretty much 100% with oils. A acrylic base coat, but a very simple acrylic base coat. I want to learn oils, and the only way to do it is to do it, and so I'm doing it. I'd love to use acrylic paints, but once I know oils, then I'll love to use acrylic oils. And I'll have one more tool. But really what I'm finding is that there's some things that I like doing with oils, and there's some things I like doing with acrylics. And if I'm good at both, then I'll be even more efficient.
You'll be even gooder.
Yeah. So much more gooder. And painting will become funner.
Exactly. And your English will be weller.
Yeah.
Captain Blue, going to visit my local game store tomorrow.
Ooh.
Hot damn. Friday is the day.
Tell
You
him
get
we
all
said
dolled
hi.
up. You get all dolled up, go to the game store. And by all dolled up, I mean, you know, a video game graphic tee.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that actually looks kind of cool. It's like a bloody purple.
Mm-hmm.
SG Tapash, watching from Denmark. Some late night painting going down here. Fire. Nice. Space Wolf Daddy, is the TikTok dead? Huh?
I don't.
Can't feel it. It's a toy. Play with it. Touch it with Cheeto fingers.
Mm-hmm.
TJ the Hoe Painter, for acrylics that would be, whoa, purple, but the oil's interested in the results. Yeah, it seems good. You can, yeah, oils are neat. I mean, the thing of oils is blending. That is what they do. Because they have a very, very slow drying time. Very slow. Frustratingly slow. But good. Good for what it's trying to do.
I feel like I'd rather have Doritos than Cheetos.
I have to be in the mood. I have to be in the mood for either.
This is the poofs. I like the poof.
The poofs. Oh yeah. We're talking poofs when we're talking Cheetos. Get out of here with those little rat turd crunchy things.
Yeah, but I bet you everyone else is talking about some little rat turds. I like the poofs because they're the exact same volume as the Cheeto, the normal Cheeto, but with air in it, and you get less for more money.
Yeah. But it's like you're eating packing peanuts.
Exactly.
There's no difference between those and packing peanuts, except for the cheese.
Which you could eat.
Yeah.
You could just eat the packing peanuts, really. Ryan Fitz, cheesy sun chips are the way to go.
For sun chips, the only one I like is plain.
Don't eat sun chips.
I like sun chips.
I know you do, and that's insane.
They're like a kind of sugary.
Again, this was always the thing. Every time there's ever been like a multi-pack box of chips, the ones that are always left are the sun chips.
Give me them sun chips.
No one likes them. No one likes the sun chips but you. I haven't seen sun chips in stores. I have no idea. Do they still exist?
Yeah, of course.
Doesn't sound like you're supporting sun chips. You should know off the top of your head. Oh yeah, there's 5 different flavors. I got free samples right over here for you. Space Wolf Daddy. I don't like Cheetos, but I love the flavor of rat turds.
Exactly. Any minute now, the chat will overwhelmingly being agreeing with me about the sun chips. Any second now. Due to the Hoe Painter, my first oil experience will be somewhat safe, a grim dark wash, burnt umber, and black. Nice, yeah. Oil washes are slick. Although I've been having a really hard time with black oil washes. I wanna try lamp black and see if that does any better for me, because Mars black and charcoal black, I wonder if they're super matte, and that's why I find that they're kind of falling apart when I water them down. And so I wonder if lamp black, because that's more of a satiny color. Gammafield, is there a way we could turn regular Cheetos into puffs at home, like with with popcorn kernels? Oh, wouldn't that be hilarious?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm pretty sure the way they make those is when they order a shipment of packing peanuts, half of them go to like shipping and distribution places, and half of them go to the Cheetos factory, and they just dust them with the orange stuff. Lucky Bat, sun chips are so good.
Wrong.
Not a furry. I do like sun chips.
Incorrect.
Spicy Wolf Daddy. I like the spicy sun chips. Ooh, I could see enjoying a spicy sun chip.
But again, if you had like those are the chips that you eat last. Aren't you gonna eat everything else first?
I like Lay's. I like a classic Lay's Ruffle.
Right, but if a Lay, well, Ruffles are different than Lay's.
Oh, are they not Lay's?
Ruffles have ridges.
But are they not Lay's chips?
I don't believe so.
Who makes Ruffles?
I think Ruffles makes Ruffles.
Is
Well,
there,
I think
is there a
everything's made
chip
by
company called
Frito-Lay.
Ruffle?
I think everything's made by Frito-Lay.
Ooh, speaking of Frito-Lay, Fritos, top tier. Ah, just
Fritos are
those
pretty good.
greasy ass strips of whatever. Love them.
But I would, the Ruffles have ridges, but then Lay's potato chips are just, normal potato chips.
Mm.
But I like Ruffles because they have ridges. They're ridged for your pleasure for eating them, and then I like Fritos. But like if you had Fritos or you had Sun Chips, which one are you gonna eat?
Oh, Fritos wins out over Sun Chips, but I think Sun Chips might win out over a Lay's.
You're insane.
I mean, it depends. Sometimes I'm not in the mood for Lay's. I want pretzels. Sometimes I don't want pretzels. I want a Cheeto. Sometimes I don't want a Cheeto. Sometimes I can even do a Pringle.
That's also insane.
Because who wants just one chip? Like one type of chip?
Yeah, but okay. Well, number one, Pringles are for kids, and if
Yes,
you like
they are.
them, you are a kid. Because I liked Pringles when I was a kid, but I have a refined taste now. But I like all kinds of chips, but I'm never choosing Sun Chips. Ever. I
like that they're very sweet.
I just don't think they're good. I don't want a sweet chip. I'll eat ice cream.
But it's sweet in a different way. Like I wouldn't want salty ice cream.
I mean, they have like salted caramel on the ice cream.
Yeah, but it's a lot more
like,
subtle than a Sun Chip.
I mean, I'm gonna pour extra salt on top just to prove my point.
How did I get brown on this wing?
Hack and slash. Fritos are strips of fried cardboard, but with salt.
Yeah, they are, and they're delicious. Ruben Fortunato. Hey Jay, question for you. How do you make metallic colors like a metallic red? Do you just mix them? No, you can't really just mix them because your regular paints are opaque. They're not see-through, and so they're just going to dull down your paint. Like, you kind of have to think of metallic paint as glitter, and so it's kind of like mixing glitter with regular paint. You probably want something transparent like an ink. Like what I would do is I would paint my metallics and then I would either airbrush or brush on a transparent ink over top of it. And then the ink will be transparent and so you'll still see the nice shine underneath. So yeah, that's how you gotta do it. Lucky Bat. Ruffles are ridged for your pleasure. Sebastian, the exploding bases on your Necron raids are amazing. Did you make them or buy them? If made, is there a video on them? Yes, there is a video on them already. I'm pretty sure it's called like exploding bases. Yeah. It's just hot glue and sand. Ugh.
And rocks.
Yeah. Kilgore Void! Ruffles go great with Malta Goya soda, which Jay loves.
Oh, yeah.
Malta Goya.
Everybody's favorite drink.
Nasty, nasty stuff. Space Wolf Daddy, why do Sun Chips kind of taste like moist? I don't think they taste moist.
I don't think so either.
Unless like you're wetting your Sun Chips, like you're giving a little spritz under the sink.
Give them a little wash.
Yeah, like your veggies. You gotta
yeah.
A little cold water.
Yep. Oh, and I remember. Back in the day, they had that loud-ass bag. Remember the loud-ass bag?
Oh, yeah, they're crazy. They're crazy loud bags. I mean, most chip bags are insane. But
they had a... because they were doing like the environmentally friendly bags, which is not possible, and it was way louder than a normal chip bag. And so people at lunch would just be like, shh. So I think that also adds to the problem. I mean, it's just bad, whole thing.
I mean, yeah, except for that they're tasty.
They're just not though. Like I feel like, you know, those are closer to human kibble than any other chip.
What? The more than Pringles literal paste?
Well, Pringles is pretty. And again, that's for kids.
Wait, why are we segregating chips to? Okay, some chips are for adults and some chips are for children.
Those are for children. If you have a refined taste like an adult, you don't like Pringles. You know, that's just how it is.
And on this episode of Nick Doesn't Like Anything.
I like every other chip besides Sun Chips. Jeez, you got offended by my my take, my truthful take.
Tristan Lee, is there an equivalent to Red Rock Deli in America? Because Red Rock Deli chips are the best. I don't know. Brandon Rod's like, yo, what's up, dudes? Of my favorite mini pinning YouTube channel. Yep. Welcome to Squidmar. Squidmar Hobbies. Or Miniatures.
Lucky bad. The ultimate kibble snack, those little oyster crackers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Carter Alvarez, metallic paints need its own water and it clogs the hell out of regular brushes. You know, I've heard that. I've never experienced it. I've never, like, I'll wash my metallic brushes in the same water I wash everything else, and I never notice metal flakes in my normal paint. And they say, and I guess maybe this is like if you use nice brushes. They always say never use nice brushes with washes or metallics. But I do. And I've also never had any problems. And I suppose it makes sense because there's metal. And you're putting metal on your nice soft bristles, but...
A little glitter. Gamma Field. Pringles are the imposter chip. Suffer not the crisps. Oh yeah, there was somebody mentioned like way back Doritos 3D. I tried the 3D Doritos and they're not that good. They're fine.
What about? I mean, don't all Doritos exist in 3 dimensions?
No, they're like puffy Doritos.
Oh.
But I don't know. I didn't love them. Tasted kind of weird. My favorite chip in the whole world is, oh god, I always forget it. It's because they don't make it anymore. It was Doritos, like
purple
Cool Ranch Hot Wings or something like that. It was amazing. That was the best chip ever made. The end. I've eaten 2 cans of Pringles this week. I wasn't
My man.
going to mention it, but there you go.
I had Pringles not too long ago, and I'm like, you know what? This one single tube is just fine, and I probably won't get any more for years.
Yeah. Brian Redsog, Doritos in VR? Sign me up. Exactly.
V Nguyen, oh my gosh! I finally got to you live. I love your work. You got me into painting, and my wife also. Nice. I've spread the plague, the mini plague. Careless, hey Jay, what brushes would you recommend for somebody who wants to buy quality ones? My favorite brushes in the whole world are made by Rosemary & Co. The one I'm using right now, which I'm probably destroying with oils. The Rosemary & Co. Synthetic Series 313 size 3. And the other one I really, really like is the Rosemary & Co. Liner. Let me see if I can find it. The Rosemary & Co. Designer Series 344 size 2 liner. It's very long. These are the brushes. These are my go-to nice brushes. And what I should do is I should just go on Rosemary and buy 5 of each, and then I'll be set for the rest of my hobby life. I have used and abused these things for years and years and years, and no problems.
Yeah. And you should see off camera just giving them big old spanks.
Oh yeah, they get cleaned maybe once every other month. They're lucky. Yeah. They're still going strong. And the prices are very good. Alcara Sable brushes. I have some Sable brushes. I have some Da Vinci Maestros, and they are very good. I don't use them very often. I find that I don't very often do very, very fine painting. Like I do a lot of tabletop plus, make stuff look good. But yeah, I just don't find that like the Sables really are soft, and I don't know, soft kind of slows me down a little. Whereas all of these stiff synthetics, I really, really enjoy. Yeah.
You'd rather have some harder bristles?
Yeah.
You don't want to be soft.
The Cheese Man. Please don't fall out with each other over salty snacks. Fall out over Star Wars. That's what it's for. I saw the first episode of Obi-Wan. It was great. Really fun. I liked it just as much as I liked all the other ones. And so that probably means everybody hates it.
Guaranteed. BJ McMurray. Number 1. Regular sun chips are the best sun chips. Number 2.
I agree.
Nick is not wrong about the Pringles, says the 48-year-old kid.
Ryan Fitt, I just realized that the Comet Patrol Custodies are smaller than my Wardens, and I can't unsee it. There's 2 different boxes of Custodies. There's Wardens and Knights, and they are different. Like one of them has extra armor. One of them has a little like red sash around their waist. But yeah, there's 2 different Custodies, like regular 5-man box of Custodies, and they represent different units. Bow! Greetings, Sir Jay and Nick. Art thou going to make a miniature showcase video after you have finished Malifaux Nephilim Warband? Oh yeah, they'll definitely be on a Models of Memories. They won't get their own video, but they'll be in a Models of Memories.
Mods and memes.
Space Wolf Daddy. When I get drunk enough, I'll eat the Kraft cheese cups.
There you go.
Joshua, hello from Australia. Contrast paints, any good if you don't necessarily want to speed paint, just want the best results. Not sure if I should commit. I really enjoy Games Workshop Contrast and Army Painter Speed Paint. I think that they have some really, really good uses. I think you'll probably get a lot more use out of browns and black and white. Those paints are really, really good at what they do. I just painted some B1 battle droids using almost only contrast paint.
Very interesting.
I did all of my undercoating with acrylics. I did kind of a zenithal of a brown base coat, and then a zenithal of a light tan, and then I just did contrast bone, and it worked out really, really good, and I was able to get the whole nine squad done in under 3 hours. So yeah, I really like contrast paints, but I definitely wouldn't go out and buy like the whole line. I think browns, black and white, and other colors that you are like your go-tos might be good ones to play around with.
Mm-hmm.
As they're basically just thick washes. So you gotta figure out the tips and tricks of how to get them to do the things you want them to do. Ruben Fontano. This channel is almost open all day on my browser. You can learn about paints, miniatures, and chips.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of opinions on chips.
Brian Ratzog, Pringles stop being good when you can't get your hand in the tube to get the chips.
Right.
Charles Grandstaff, real Star Wars fans like what I like and nothing else. Exactly.
Oh my god.
Charles Grandstaff, what do you think of Army Painter brushes? I like Army Painter brushes. I use a lot of them. I like their little dry brush. I use that all the time. And I've acquired a couple of Army Painter brushes over the years, and I do use them. They're not bad. I like that they have a big, they kind of have a big body that holds a nice amount of paint. Not a furry. I have a question about legal loadouts. My local gameplay said a lead pipe is not a legal loadout, so when I knocked out their kneecaps and the cops said that that's illegal, am I in the wrong? No, I think lead pipe is a legal loadout.
We're not lawyers, so you might have to go ask a rules lawyer, just in case.
Okay,
yeah,
Junior. Okay, Junior. No one hates Star Wars quite like the people who love Star Wars. Hack 'em slash. I like Obi-Wan so far. Yeah, it's a good show. It's just Star Wars.
This is gonna start another thing now.
What was really funny is right before Solo, they have like a recap of the prequels, and it's a recap made of like cut up scenes of the prequels, but with like generic trailer music, and it's like Star Wars feels really different without Star Wars music. Like with just generic action movie music, it has a totally different feel to it.
Jason M. Damn, I want chips now. Kettle cooked salt and vinegar. I like that.
Yeah, those are good too.
That is one of my favorites. Man,
I like kettle cooked plain though. I don't like salt and vinegar that much. I don't mind it, but I like plain more.
Yep. Again, refined palate. Yep. I like plain. I like salt and vinegar. I would say like if I was gonna buy kettle cooked chips, I would buy two like 2 weeks in a row. I would get the normal, and then 1 week I would get the salt and vinegar. You got to break it up a little. Like my teeth will disintegrate.
Champ Styles, also, do you have an Oyumaru tutorial video? I'm having a harder time than I should be with the mold lines of bits. I have a Oyumaru tutorial from way back in the day where I make a sword, and I also have an Oyumaru tutorial inside of the video, painting a knight in 24 hours. I make a whole bunch of shoulder armor pads using Oyumaru. Yeah, if you do a 2-part Oyumaru mold, you're gonna get nasty mold lines because you're using a $3 children's toy to make a mold. But you can scrape them off when it's all done. Wargame Ramble. The Vader stuff may have jumped the shark for Obi-Wan. For me, Obi-Wan's escape made no sense. It was bad storytelling and bad editing. You heard it. Wargame Ramble. Show's bad. Bad show. No good. Champ Style. Spoiler for Star Wars. Owen and Beru die. Luke ends up leaving with Kenobi. TJ the Hoe Painter. Distinct looking B1s. Nice results for the fast pace. Yeah, they're really fun to paint. To the Hope Banner, I feel like Obi-Wan's series is the justification to his mediocre appearance in the newer movies. Obi-Wan wasn't in the newer movies, unless you mean the prequels. Not a furry. Army Painter makes a great everything except paint. Yeah, their paint's a little hit or miss, although I do like their washes and contrast, called speed paint.
Speed paint.
They're good. Some of their paint, and some of their paints are good. I like their demonic yellow. I can't think of another Army Painter I like. Actually, their gold's not bad. I like their gold. I still don't like it. I haven't found an acrylic paint gold that I really like, but of the golds I've used, which is like Games Workshop and Vallejo, I like the Army Painter gold better. But I'm still shopping. I'm still shopping for a perfect acrylic gold.
Jason M. I often get 3 cheese and onion kettle chips. Wish they made all dressed
3
kettle
cheese?
chips.
Ah!
I have no idea. I want it now. Give me that kettle cook.
Just no Obi-Wan spoilers, please. Jam Styles, true Star Wars fans hate the original trilogy. He said Solo, but he meant Obi-Wan. I liked Obi-Wan in the new movies. I thought it was good that he died, and then I really liked the scene at the end where Kylo is remembering his dad. I thought it was one of the best scenes in 9, the last one. Hack'em Slash, I used the mold technique to make some legs for my Rubicon Terminators. The 5-man kit has everything to make a 6th except for a 6th set of legs and maybe shoulder pads. Thanks to the tip, Jay. Awesome! Yeah, get the most out of your boys. Yeah, often legs are the limiting factor.
Mm-hmm.
Not a furry. I really liked the Obi-Wan show, but when he said, "It's morphin' time," I thought it was a tad bit much. Yeah, when he said Autobots transform and roll out.
Yeah.
And then the bat, he was called away by the bat signal. Now the Cheese Man can't fall out with the price of Army Painter for getting started. I don't have much comparison, but no real complaints from buying the big box. Yeah, Vallejo is great because it's cheap and good. Mm-hmm. There's other stuff. There's other stuff, but it's expensive and good.
I can only use Citadel paints because I am a Citadel shill.
Mm-hmm.
And Citadel makes the best paints.
Yes. Except for Korax White. And they're yellows.
That's actually a conspiracy.
And honestly, the black's nothing to write home about either. You know what, though? Agrax and Null Oil,
They're gold.
They're kind of amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'll ever stop using Agrax and Null Oil.
That's my opinion on that.
Not a furry. I always wonder why people didn't like my guard army. It turns out that I'm green-gray colorblind. Interesting. So they're not the color that you thought they were.
And so you're like, yeah, look at these red, look at these like bright red miniatures, and everybody's like, I don't what? I don't get it.
Kick the Bandit. Jay, you should have a pinned post on the Discord with links to the brushes you use so I can be lazy and not search for them.
Guy Jr., it's all about bold choices, like when Ray said, "My name is Ray. Ray Star Wars."
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't mind that too much, but it's kind of like a payoff for a movie that didn't happen, which is what's his name? J.J. Abrams, my father, his Star Wars Episode 8, which sets up the importance of Skywalker.
J.J. Abrams?
Mm-hmm.
J.J. Abrams?
Because I like Rey as a nobody. Like she was in Episode 8. Because it's like, yeah, she's a good, Kylo comes from this legacy family, and he's a little, piece of crap. And Rey is just nobody, but she's very good. But then everybody on the face of the earth complained on YouTube to make money, and then Disney cowardly changed it. So, oh no, she's very special. She's very special. Her parents loved her very much. Everything's fine. Please don't be upset. Don't worry. We'll kick Rose out of the movies. Oh, poor Kelly.
Yeah. That is one of the weirdest things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really get it.
Yeah, like I didn't love her character in 8, but I didn't think she should be kicked out of Star Wars.
Right.
Space Wolf Daddy, Rey the Sweet Home Alabama Jedi. Exactly. Sweet Home on Jakku.
Oh boy. Guy Jr. Kicked Out of Star Wars is the title of George Lucas's biography. And no more. He wasn't kicked out. He chose to leave.
Mm-hmm.
By getting a lot of money. Like a lot of money. Like an insane amount of money.
Yeah, I wonder if anything will ever top that. Like, I guess if Disney ever sold the Marvel franchise, like the Marvel film franchise, it would be over $4 billion.
Hack and Slash, are you using spirits to remove the oils there?
Yes, yeah, odorless spirits. Jason Rose is a terrible character. Guess the writers didn't know how to fix her. Well, just make her a normal rebel. Like, she starts out really strong with her sister dying, although she gets over that almost as fast as Princess Leia got over her entire planet being destroyed.
Mm.
Space Wolf Daddy. Rey's lightsaber was awesome. Yeah, I like Rey's lightsaber a lot. It's made out of her stick. And at the very beginning of the movie, she wasn't comfortable with the lightsaber and she was more comfortable with the stick. And so it's a nice little moment that at the very end she dismantled her stick to make her lightsaber.
Art.
Not a furry. Everybody knows that the genre of Star Wars is incest.
I mean...
Mason, maybe the IP of Harry Potter. No. What's her name? J.K. Just Kidding Rowling. She's gonna milk Harry Potter right into the ground and then insist that she's buried with it. And when she's gone, Harry Potter is gone. It'll be destroyed. Charles Grinstaff. I liked Rey wasn't a fan of them crapping on Luke to make her look good, or some of the other choices in the film. Be the chosen one. I wasn't. No! Luke is one of the best parts of 8. It's great. I mean, it's great that, like, him dealing with legacy, and he's still a pretty big badass in the movie. I mean, as soon as he shows up for the final act, no one else in the movie dies. Like, he saves the day. TJ the Hope Hunter. Jay, your Star Wars preferences might have to unsub. Bio, after hearing the Star Wars topic non-stop, I wonder if they would also put some factions from Star Wars, the Old Republic, in the miniature tabletop game, like, for instance, the Eternal Empire. They might. I kind of hope they don't. I just never got into the other Star Wars, the old, longer time ago in a galaxy far, far away. It's kind of like the difference between 30K and 40K. And I just never got into other Star Wars, but they might because it's popular. And I think isn't there a newish video game coming out about the old Star Wars? Nick Garris, sorry I'm late, boys. I had a question about the Age of Sigmar model I got. It's the Swamp Boss Scumdirk, and the same faction as Cruel Boys. The Swamp Boss Scrumdrek. I don't know.
Is that the guy? Is that the guy on a something else riding something?
Is that because there's two, right? There's him on a thing, and then there's him not on a thing.
Yeah, I would assume it's not on a thing because it usually says on a thing. But I can't even imagine
on the Great Nash Tooth.
I think that's something else.
The end. I'm using Ultramarines Blue contrast paint for the first time, both brushed on and through the airbrush, and I'm not loving it. You know, a lot of people say through the airbrush. I've never put it through the airbrush because I don't want to put 50 cents of paint into my airbrush and just squirt it on when I could mix up a transparent ink super easily.
I was right. It's a guy in a thing.
Guy in a thing.
It's the guy on the alligator.
Oh, I love that model.
Yep. Wait, what's the question?
I don't know.
Oh. Is the Swamp Boss Scrumdrek the same faction as the Cruel Boys? Yes.
Yes.
It's a cool model. I got a Marshcrawler Slogoth just sitting there waiting for me. Already ready to go. Purchased.
Not a furry. To be honest, J.K. Rowling gets a lot of hate, but I don't think it's enough. Yeah. Oh, JK.
JK, just kidding.
GeForce Number 45. Not true, Luke dies. He does die.
Wait, what?
Although
also, spoiler alerts.
Although he learned from Yoda to become one with the Force, and so possibly he became more powerful than Vader could possibly imagine. Mark Ramble. As per Mark Hamill, he was playing Jake Skywalker in The Last Jedi, not Luke. Yeah, I know all the actors have said a lot of things. I don't care one bit what actors say about their characters because it doesn't matter.
Is there a cup of coffee you pour
yeah.
coffee into?
I mean, Harrison Ford hates Star Wars. Does that mean Star Wars is bad? because the characters that they portray, they don't also portray the characters off screen. There's folks.
I just wanted to be known that I'm offended by this conversation just in general.
Joshua, favorite mini you own, Jay? I don't know. I guess my Malifaux showgirl performers. I really like them. I think they're the best thing I've painted.
Yeah, and they're in that really awesome Cobalt Keep display case.
Yeah.
Wow. I wish there was a way to get 20% off Cobalt Keep cases.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're already reasonably priced.
Yes. Oh, yeah, very
20%
much.
off. Oh, wait, if you go there and you shop the code display20, it's 20% off.
The Cheese Man, 30k game doesn't excite me at all, but it's a new hotness. Yeah, it does. I'm not interested in 30k that much, but it is kind of fun to look at and be like, huh, that's neat.
Right. Maybe like into point and laugh.
Yeah.
As the nerds get new stuff.
Champ Styles, I think you'd love the Old Republic. You'd get a kick out of HK-47 and a description of love. Oh yeah, I know HK-47. He's a like a battle droid. I remember I watched my friend Fox play some of the game, and HK always had some fun things to say. Choose Help Banner. Oh, forgot to tell. Finally got a Forge World Mourngull for just $30-ish. Ooh, neat. I love the Mourngull.
That's a pretty good price.
Yeah.
Warzog. Your showgirls are what made me look into Malifaux, and I love the models in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have everything. Anything you could think of. Anything that's like steampunky or Wild Westy or Victorian or just weird. Evil children, mutant puppets, swamp monsters, tiny silly gremlins.
Yeah.
Capsule J, who's one of your favorite secondary characters from the Clone Wars or Rebels? Secondary characters? I guess the clones. I mean, some of them are main characters. Secondary characters? I mean, the Clone Wars is an anthology, so a lot of the characters are like, they have their own episodes and arcs, but then they kind of become secondary characters in other stories about other characters who it's like their episode. Like there's Obi-Wan episodes, Anakin episodes, Ahsoka episodes, Ventress episodes, Rex episodes, random ass clones episodes. Okay, Junior, I don't know why, but my favorite mini I own is the metal rattling sniper at rest. He's all chubby and cute, and he has a sack with snacks in it. Peak Games Workshop. I like the rattlings too. They're really great. Sternmark. Age of Dorkness doesn't tingle my fancy, but if they make too many boxes, I'll buy one for 120 like Age of Sigmar. Oh yeah, something tells me they'll never make that mistake ever again.
Yeah, probably not.
Tristan Lee. I think an actor has more say on whether they felt like they were still portraying the same character than anyone else does, but Mark also said that initially it felt like he was playing someone else. No.
Mark Hamill also said that he was excited that the movie was 3 hours long.
Yes, he
and
did.
That it was. And it was not. like when 8 came out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And I mean, every time a movie comes out, do we need to get the actor's take on if the movie was good or not? It's really douchey to crap on the movie that is coming out. Like, if it wasn't Mark Hamill, nobody would get away with that. Like, you know, if Scarlett Johansson was like, yeah, this movie was really shitty, like, Disney would murder her and then just CGI her in the next Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, you know, a lot of other people worked really hard and were, you know, did their best and worked on that film. And then Mark just, you know, goes on TV and he's like, well, I didn't like how he wrote my Luke. The movie not that good. Where's that again? So many creepy teddy bears. They do. Good old Malifaux. Tristan Lee, in the same interview, he also said that he later came around to the understanding where Ryan was coming from with Luke's arc. I bought episode 8 so that I could listen to the director's commentary with Rian Johnson, and it was really, really interesting because he filmed it before the movie had come out, so he didn't know how people felt about the movie, and so it was just him talking and being kind of excited and talking about, like, well, here's what we ended up doing, and here's how we were initially planning on doing things, and here's what we changed, and here's what stayed in, and how, you know, he learned how to film certain things certain ways. He has a great story about how he wasn't getting this shot he wanted, and it was using a steady camera rig, and so he wanted to film it, and so he put on the steady camera rig, and then he was like, I can't move. And so he gave it back to the cameraman. Nuttifer, I really love this wet painting technique you are using. Most channels only leave the brush next to paint for a few seconds, then they wave them by the mini. Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard to film painting figures.
Also, you don't want the video to be 5 hours long.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah, there's that
cut
too.
to what's important. Where we can't cut these live streams. I guess we could. We could just go to black every time all the important stuff happens.
Oh, Sunny Boy 78, did y'all see the Bolt Gun trailer? I didn't see the trailer, but it looks awesome. I just saw the little clips, or the little pictures on the Warhammer Community, and I'm super pumped. It looks like a super fun, hilarious little game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right up your alley.
Yeah.
Your speed.
Mm-hmm. I also like the orc side-scrolling platformer.
Yep.
That looks like a lot of fun, too.
I agree. Well, I like the 3 images of Space Marine 2 that they showed off.
Oh, yeah, or the crappy card games. Kai Jr. Alec Guinness thought Star Wars was stupid while delivering one of the best performances in the entire franchise, so maybe it doesn't matter at all. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, actors are they're at their job. They had a sip of coffee, they read their lines. It's just work.
Right. Like an actor could never be president.
No. Impossible. It could never happen. That's silly.
Exactly. It would just make no sense.
Yeah, Fields, I grabbed the Tomb King-esque STL on one-page rules. My print is going to turn into the Ark of the Covenant. Ooh. Tristan Lee, I still don't like The Last Jedi on execution, though most, if not all, of its themes are better explored in the KOTOR game, Knights of the Old Republic game, which ignores the clunky gameplay, are the best Star Wars narratives. Yeah, well, and that's the whole thing, like, you can enjoy Star Wars in different formats because it's a huge span of media, books, comics, movies, TV shows, video games. And so some people might hate the video games but love the movies, and some people might not like the movies but like the comic books, and some people might not like the comic books but like the novels, and some people might not like the novels but like the TV shows. Working Rambo. Actors are never invested in their characters? No, but actors aren't the deciding factor on if they're good character, if the characters are well done or not. Working for Zog. Harrison Ford throwing the Lego Millennium Falcon was still video gold. Ah, I love that. It's like a Conan clip. One of his staffers gets tries to get Harrison to sign his Lego Millennium Falcon, the big one, like the $2,000 one, and he's like, "Sure, I'll sign it," and then just drops it on purpose. Cheeseman, if you're really from the future, tell me who's the president in 1985. Lucky Bat, do you think the Geico Gecko believes in all the ads he's in?
Yeah. Honestly, really good point.
Jordan Watson, ridiculous. Jay, if you like the franchise, you have to like every single thing that ever releases for it. And if you don't, that media was made wrong. Exactly. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
There's a great Star Wars comic book. I think it's called Star Wars Tales. And they're just little non-canonical stories from the setting, and they're lovely. They're just lovely. Skippy the Jedi droid. Darth Vader hunting down the last remaining Jedis. I need a yellow. Hey, look, yellow.
Oh.
Tristan Lee, no, but I think if they are returning to portray a character again, they've spent enough time inhabiting them to know if something feels wrong.
Sounds like you're an actor. Yeah, I don't know.
I just don't think it matters what characters think. Like, that's not the deciding factor on if or actors think. I don't think that's the deciding factor on if things are good or not. What if in a few years Bryan Cranston's like, I never really got Walter White? Are we all going to be like, you mean Breaking Bad was bad? All these years? We never knew. We never knew Breaking Bad was bad.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of being bad, we're going to go to Betty Bye. Betty Bye time. Night-night. Alrighty. Well, we already had 2 videos out this week. We have 2 more coming. We have a little Models of Mems tomorrow. Have a Patreon exclusive episode coming out on Saturday. We're going to be critiquing our Patreon supporters' models. It's always a lot of fun. And we also have our Patreon-only live stream after the normal live stream where you can actually call in and chat with us on Discord during the stream with your voice, and you can argue about if Mark Hamill's opinion on the character matters or not. That's what's really exciting about Fridays.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter to my enjoyment of its performance.
Right. I get it.
Alrighty, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Also, go watch the video this Wednesday. It's really good. I made an entire kill team board in one night. 12 hours. It's very
I believe
good.
it.
Good night.
Night.